You can't say that. I guess maybe you can. How's everybody doing? What up, psychos? I did finish this beat up, as you might have heard in that review. It's alright. It's still pretty basic. I might try again and try and be more creative with it. Shake those eyebrows. Just shake the eyebrows for class. There you go. This week's episode's coming out tomorrow. Had to go run and pick up some parts. Keyboard here. We got some keys and stick. And it turns out there's a guy just south of me, about an hour south, in New Braunfels, Bright Springs. So tomorrow I get to bust out that project. See if I can make it happen. Fix my shit. Guess Livestream is tomorrow. You wrong for that. Anyone here build PCs, build their own PC, and know anything about like noisy ass graphics cards? Not like from the fan, but like electrical noise. Because as long as I'm not running video of any kind, I get no interference, no noise, everything's great. As soon as I edit video, bring up my streaming stuff, with the previews and shit, it's awful noise. I thought it was from my hard drives, but it's not. It's from graphics card. I don't know what to do about it. Maybe it's my power supply, shitty. I don't know. That's dope, Zach. You submit it, I want to hear it. Did you get the Yamahas? If you have the M audios, the Yamahas will be a big upgrade, unquestioned. M audios are pretty. The highs in M audios, it's like no good. They're just muddy as hell. They're not clean or anything. You don't get any sort of detail from M audios. I mean, because I'm pretty sure the drivers in the M audio, it's like the same shit they put in like Creative Lab speakers or Logitech desktop speakers, where it sort of sounds good when you like listen to it, but compared to like monitors, no good. What up? What up, Big? What up, Blaze? Oh, you submitted something? Oh, okay, it's too fresh, Zach. I see that. Am I gonna do 40? Who says that? Nah. I don't know anything about doing 40. We got a full one tonight, so it's gonna be 30. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it here in a minute. What up, 32 keys? Everyone thought it was on a Thursday. I just did that twice. And yeah, I didn't make the thing very early, but that's fine. Put it up late. Yeah, okay, I did it late. Robotitos? What is that? You just come here to roast? I'm not comfortable. I mean, Joel, honestly, the question does make sense about reading bluegrass notes. Can I read music? Yes. Do I know what bluegrass chord structures have? Your specific question, though, was no good. What did I do, Matt? Why you dropped the Horus? Now it's just Matt M. jump right into this. Cut this beat off. Load up the bombs. You know those are crucial. Crucial as they come. Kenny Beats. My bitches. What up? Alright. Bomb test. It's great. Thanks, board today. Turned out alright. I might do it again though. Do light? Question mark? Zoltan Raduli. What a name. Alright. So it's time for the critique. Who's up first? Omnometron. Okay. Apple Doof. Let's hear it. Okay. I can start a Terminator 2 right now. Classic Athenian hardstyle, Chandler Bing. This is first? Why? Where'd this come from? Right. Why are we getting the hardstyle off the bat? Thank you. Hardstyle, why? Shout out to people I knew in high school who were super into hardstyle. Well, no thanks, guy. I copied and pasted your name for that. Ugh. Fuck, what's going on with my web server? That was bad. Did you make it tonight? Let's see where you are, Blazed. What number are you? Or what's your name on the queue, Blazed? I don't see you. Alright, this is K-Roy. It's called Oh God. I got the foam. I got the foam. I'm drinking, don't worry about it. I got the foam. Sweat it. Foam. Sweat it. It's got significantly more hype than I expected, actually. It's goofy as hell. What up, 856? Yeah, I do need to get the mic hanging though, so I can be like a real radio. This isn't awful. Sometimes the bass sort of works, other times it's a bit too much. But it is pretty goofy. Uh-oh. We're getting into corny territory. Blaze, I don't see you in the queue. Some beatmaker says I don't hate it. That's pretty much how I feel about it. pretty well at like a beat battle. It's not like the best thing ever, but there are parts of it where it's super hype. Sometimes the bass was really dope, but when it got too high, it wasn't that great. It sort of lost it here and there. What else? It wasn't terrible. My mic is super quiet. Are you sure? I got my volumes are all messed up again. Sometimes they just all of a sudden drop off by like I don't even know how much, and then they'll be perfect next time. So oh shit. Wait a minute. Oh no, we straight. Okay. I'll turn it up a little bit. Not awful. Parts of it work better than others. Board today says it seems a bit cluttered at times, but I like it. Not my particular style, but a well done track though. Yeah, not terrible. Not the best thing I ever heard, but perfectly serviceable, perfectly acceptable, you know. I lose that part where it goes to like double time on the do 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 on the synth, all that shit. I didn't like that part. It was sort of better when it was halftime of that, and the bass went in and out of being too much, but I was mostly into it. All right. There's Marco Voltia. Usually gets shit hype. Let's hear it. What up, Maria? Who else is here? Shout out to Neon Panther with the test message. Ooh. That shit's so quiet. He's always got like a Latin flair to it. Reggaeton. He's still got the spooky xylophones, okay. Like this is, I feel like this is what Andy Milonakis would rap over if he was gonna put out more raps today. Take that as you will. Is it like a bad track? No, that's just sort of what I feel like. Neon Panther, video game level. Yeah, you still got Luigi's Trap House in your description. It does have a video game quality to it. The sounds are like sort of clean, and all the stuff is sort of all the melodies and chords are they're goofy in a way. It's like Banjo-Kazooie mixed with like Luigi's Mansion mixed with like Sean Paul mixed with like I don't know. What up, Louise? Yeah, it's hard. It does definitely have a video game quality, and that's what's sort of holding it back. It's one, the chords, and it's two, the quality of the sounds, because most video game soundtracks don't have like shit that really slaps, and that's, I mean, it's sort of supposed to just blend into the background, so it's not really supposed to grab your focus, and that's what sort of happens here. The sounds just aren't up to snuff for general purposes. They're not awful, they're just not quite up there for like actually I don't know, get shit done. Where's that guy who was hating, who was like fucking pissed off because at least once every 5 minutes I would go. He was mad as hell. Alright, that was Imkata, Marco Voltio, El Chamaco, Now we got keyboard tap. Where's the bass? We need some bass. It's just a little too swung. The crash is awful. That's a very good point. Damn, you got a studio for 600? Where'd you get that? Ninth Blaze. Yeah, it is sort of like a combo of Ninth Wonder, and then you got the Just Blaze crash. We definitely need some switch ups from that. We need some bass. We need some more layers. Some live sounding bass would go real nice on that. I think it's just a little bit too much swung, personally. Maybe not. Maybe if you brought some more stuff in, it would work out okay. Monkey says Just Blaze except worse. 32 Key says MMG type beat but without the high quality type sounds. Yeah. Because like Justice League, it does sort of sound like some Justice League stuff, but not as sonically perfect. It sounds empty. I need some bass for the first thing, and then it needs just more going on. A different section to switch to, some more layers, some synths, all sorts of stuff. Next up we got NGWA Republic, aka D's Nuts is his display name. This track used to be, that's what it's called. Ooh. What'd you do with it? Yeah. Did you get out of having to buy that beat maker? With the Mark II? Damn. That's a good deal. I like the sample. Raw and all flow. Like this some Doom shit. Get your raw and all. Where's the bass though? Drums are definitely lacking, but I like the sample and not. Oh. Nope. What up, paintbrush head? It's good. What's that about a Sprite? Yeah, this is now officially the Sprite Corner after all. Actually. Yeah, I don't like the switch up with the filter with the chops. I like this main sample though. And it's dope enough that the drums work, even though they're really not good. I haven't seen that video yet. I need to watch it still. These walls. I like this sample a lot. This is one of those samples that can carry it, even if there weren't any drums. And so the drums being pretty lackluster still works okay because the sample's carrying it. So. Yeah, I gotta blur everybody's SoundClouds and shit. Only Sprite logos, baby. If the drums are definitely what I don't like about that. And you could probably add some bass. There's some bass going on, but there's nothing real low. So you could fill out the low end a little bit And then the drums, I mean, the drums like work because the sample feels so good, but they could be better, and you could have more going on the low end and get rid of that change up with the filtering, the chops, and all that shit. Was not a fan. All right, next up we got Faulty Toast. This track's called One to the Head. Don't make me do it too. No. Don't make me do it too. I try and tell them watch for me, but they just try and block for me. Blocking in the back field. Tell them how to track feel. Get that right. The snare clap is quiet. Oh yeah, and Trinka, it's a shame I saw you didn't advance to the next round. I forgot you asked about that. A Beat Fighter. It was close from what I heard. It was like real close. This is like, simple but nice, says Neon Panther. Elliot says this is cooler than a lot of the trap shit that gets posted here. It's got a real rigid vibe. You're joking, right? You're joking, right, Nigga? I didn't check the final thread, but from what I heard, the mix could be better, says Bookworm. I totally agree. And yeah, there was a little chant in there. There was a little repeated vocal sample, but at least it wasn't one we've heard a million times, so that's okay. The mix was just a little flat. Some of the sounds were a little too quiet, and they were just a little, they weren't as full as they could have been. So you could turn some shit up at least. Definitely like the clap, the snare, whatever that main sound is. And the bass was a little too, it didn't quite have the presence that it could have. Didn't quite have the low energy, the low frequency shit that it could have. Oh shit. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. I just lost one. I gotta dive into the SQL server. Alright, next up we got Obmugtix. This track's called Circle of Fifths. Let's hear it. Let's see how this goes. A little slow. This main piano line, not real huge on. Boy, this is real boring. Once the more stuff comes in, it was just, that was a little too slow for how unhype it was. You know, it was just real. You just had like one note every bam, 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 bam. Not huge on that board today. This is stuff I would study to in the background. Nothing will take my focus, attention away. Yeah, like it wasn't awful. It's just not something I would like sit and be interested in. It might work with someone on top of it. Definitely some vocals, someone singing, someone rapping. The bass was real. The 808 did not have any punch to it at all. It was just like a plain sub bass. It didn't really hit very hard at all. So you might want to go through your 808s, see if you can swap that out or something. And, you know, maybe just add a little bit more to keep things interesting, because as it stands, it was a little slow. Just a little boring, you know? Little boring. Do I critique house music? I mean, people have sent in house music before, and I've played it. So, I mean, yes. Will I like it? No. Will I have something useful to say? Probably not. So I would, the best answer is probably just no. I don't. This is the Pelos skit, the Pelos skit 77. I don't know. It's tracks you best recognize. We got some tempo fuckery here to start. Okay. Doing something fresh with the intro. Unique at least. You know, I like this, that this isn't like this has energy, but it's not like insanely loud and insanely hype. It's like that sort of low-key hype, which is nice. Because when you go too hype, that kicks pretty much overhyped. But when you get like overhyped, it's just tiring. I can't handle that shit. Best like hype track so far. Are you in the chat, whoever this is? I don't know if he's got a SoundCloud or what. Nothing comes up on Google. Switch up's a little confusing, but it's nice. Fabulos Kid. I don't know. He doesn't have a SoundCloud or anything. Although you could maybe layer something else in with that snare just a little bit, just to beef it up a little bit. That was a good use of triplet shit. The intro was cool. I mean, definitely, I didn't know what was going to happen, so it was cool what it turned into. It was nice just having a reprieve from shit where all the rhythms are the same. Like, having the triplet The triplet main groove was nice. That was mixed pretty decently. You could maybe fatten up the snare a little bit, but not like way over the top. And what else? That like huge stomp kick with the big like a high frequency tail. Not huge on. Those are always goofy to me. So I'd maybe swap that out, but that's just my opinion. That's dope. Dude doesn't have a SoundCloud or anything. I don't know. Captain says the sounds are mediocre, but the arrangements were dope and creative. I would say that sums it up. I would say it sums it up. All right. Next up, we got Sweets. You ain't got to test me. Let's hear this. Bookworm loves the stomp kick, so some people are into it. Oh, I see you, Blazed. Yeah. Damn, we got a lot of samey beats all in a row. You gotta control the slide on the bass. It's a little too much here. This build-up's goofy as hell. The slides are out of control. Some of them just sound goofy as hell. So you're too late. There might be space still, Funk You, but probably not. No, you could still submit. It just wouldn't get done until Sunday. Funk You. This is real boring. Those slides are too much. It just sounds like a bunch of shit I heard before. So. That was Sweets. This track, You Ain't Gotta Test Me. Yeah, the slides were too much. All right, next up we got G3 Bud. Oh no. No, what is this? I know this. Is this Rat-a-tat? Oh yeah, that's what it says in SoundCloud.
Guess what, kids? We're bringing back Beyblades. I don't know why, but you can get them now. Just go to Kmart. Target wouldn't sell them. Walmart wouldn't sell them. Kmart would. So go to Kmart.
This is goofy as hell. Isn't this very similar to the original as well? Alright. I feel like if they like rebooted Bob the Builder and made a movie out of it, this would be in the opening credits when he's like getting ready for work. I think that's a Rat-a-tat remix from what I can glean from the SoundCloud description. Does Kmart still exist in Texas? Not that I know of. I don't believe so. That does sound like YouTube prank music. Like, did it sound bad? No, it was just corny as hell. And I'm pretty sure most of that. Well, one, so like the organ is iffy, just in general. It's just hard to make a beat that's good with the organ. Two, it's especially hard to make a beat with an organ that's good with those chords. And three, with just that feel, it was just goofy. That could definitely be like in the opening, like any MTV reality show. Like if they bring back Jersey Shore, that could be in there too. All right. Beat Depot is who's next. The Beat Depot. That's who it is. I'm in Austin, Texas. This is like DJ Shadow, RJD2, like, you know, trip hop as they call it. The beat's not done, there's a beat change. You telling me about the beat Bob the Builder shit? What do you think, Matt? Of course not. I don't remember why I made those, but they're awful. Well, there worse shirts exist, but for some reason I thought someone would want one. Okay. Sample Metallica. Wasn't terrible. It did sound a little goofy, a little dated, but it wasn't awful. Yo, dropship custom t-shirts are expensive as hell. That's just the thing. Although I think the price might have gone down. I do need to change it. Yeah, that wasn't like terrible. Constro's hating on it. Constro says, you know, the dude thought it was dope when he made it. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was sort of like what movie? Like when they're planning the heist scene or the big end finale of Big Fat Liar with Frankie Muniz. And you see like one of them's like crawling around at night and they got like the thing with the light and they're like tapping Paul Giamatti's phone lines and they're putting blue shit in his toilet. So and they're putting blue shit in his shower and they're like, then they high five. It's to that music. And then when it ends, it hits the delay right out. And then they're like, do you think it'll work? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I sure hope so. And it cuts to morning. And then that's the act 3 of the movie. That's when shit pops off. That's Big Fat Liar. You went back in time and made the soundtrack from Big Fat Liar and then brought it back here and submitted it here. All right. Next up we got, Neon Panther. You're here in the chat. J-Rod. Let's hear what you got. First time submitter. Neon Panther. Oh, we got the sitar styles. Or whatever what's the Japanese instrument that starts with a K? That sounds like that. This piano is really goofy sounding. I think if you had the snare hitting on every beat, that'd be more than that big beats type beat. It does sound like some shit. It's funny because the sitar, yeah, doesn't sound bad, but then the piano does. You think it'd be a little backwards. You could make the sitar work. I would dirty it up a little bit. The piano seriously sounds like the goofiest digital piano ever made. And so does the saxophone. I'd lose it all besides the sitar. And even then, some people don't like the sitar. So so the sitar I would focus on. Dirty it up a little bit. It's a little too clean as it is now. The piano could work if it was a better piano, like if you could find Alicia's keys. Well, really any sampled piano is pretty much going to be better than that. That's just too bright, and it's got this real goofy. Lower the velocity, do something. You can keep the piano, but it's a little a little too goofy. Constro says that's shitting in a river on my break from the Dell customer service desk job type beat. Wow. That's very descriptive. You've got the two sections, but not enough changed as they kept going. I thought it would maybe come in fuller. There'd be more drums. There'd be more something, but there wasn't. So you could start with those two sections, but you want to bring more stuff in before it gets too loud. Oh. So, yeah, the saxophone was a little goofy, and so was the piano. But I don't know. The sitar could work, so I'd maybe focus on the sitar and go from there. That was Neon Panther. Shout out to Neon Panther. Next up, we got Kilgamesh. Very clever name. Very, very clever. Samurai Showdown. Oh my god. Oh no, that's loud as hell. Oh shit. The chant samples, not the chant samples, but the kung fu noise samples. Oh my god. Oh my god. This bass is really intense. Oh, Kevin, you are here. I didn't see it. I don't even know what you're talking about. These noises are insane. Oh, shit. That was weird as hell. The sounds were very distracting, especially the yo one. The bass was super powerful, overpowered. It was definitely overbearing. It was too intense for what was going on elsewhere. Oh shit. So maybe deal with that a little better. Because as it stands now, that was a little much. Okay, next up we got Moby Duck. You know, like Moby Dick, but Moby Duck. Article 3, Sakura. Okay. We'll see about this. I am a little sleepy tonight. I don't know. Shout out to the Clave little click. My voice is from Ninja Turtles. Out of the frame. I've yawned on camera plenty of times, Kevin. But that is a good reason not to yawn on camera. There's some shit XV would rap over in 2011. The sounds were a little lackluster. Like, the mix is sort of, Jesus Christ. Maybe if whatever you're working with has time stretch. Oh no, not the drop it by an octave, but keep the same speed. Take a sip of the water and put my maybe a little bit. I'll catch you off guard with it. It's not the worst, but something seems missing. Alright, yeah, so it is a little empty. Something's the bass was starting to come in. You were starting to add some more piano, but the bass wasn't a very good bass sound. It didn't have any low end. Maybe drop it an octave and start there. But not an awful sample. I think you could go from somewhere a little better. Deckert. I said it's expired today because usually a new one will be coming out. But I didn't. I can go ahead and make it. Actually, 1 second. Let me give you the new one. It's not up yet, but it's gonna be. The code is gonna be Thuggin', like the Madlib song, Freddie Gibbs song. You can try that since that's gonna be the next one. Sorry that expired. They usually run until Wednesday because the new one comes out, but it's coming out tomorrow. So yeah, so that was missing just a little bit more. So I would just explore what else you could add. Maybe drop the bass octave, get a little bit more low end going on, and maybe drop the sample an octave and see what that does. Louise, quit saying my name so much. Why is that all you say? Everyone telling people to leave. Y'all bitch ass. Oh, it's Grandmaster Flaccid. He's back for the first time in a while. It's called something else. This is like Tetris remix. Very reminiscent of Tetris. So parts of this are like super, not necessarily futuristic, but definitely sounding like sort of trendy sounds. And you have this snare that's like, I don't even know it. The snare needs to be brought up to code. Someone says, oh, board today says, Flaccid is how I feel about this song. This isn't Moby Duck. Shit. This is Grandmaster Flaccid, my bad. Creative in a hard to listen to type way. The drums just aren't hitting hard enough in general. Yeah, something's going on with the panning. That's a good point. Andrew Holder says. I like all the extra percussion you're trying to do, but if the main drums were hitting harder, it'd be nicer, but they're not. And the programming was just like, on the kick and the snare was just super boring. Spice that up, get some samples that hit a little harder, and then maybe it'll come together a little more. Weird for the sake of weird. Chocolate says, I ain't going front. It's kind of hot. Yeah, it's a little bit, but so there's some nice things going on. I did like that sort of main synth line you put together, the one that sounds like a sample but isn't, according to your comments. But the drums were really lackluster. So how do I sample sounds coming from my computer? Right now, well, for a while I've got loopback, my Focusrite interface. I can designate any outputs as a loopback, so I just have my main stereo outputs available as an input into anything that uses the Focusrite. So that's how I do it. You can run a cable from outputs of your interface into inputs of your interface. You can use Soundflower if you're on a Mac. There are some Windows versions of stuff, but they're not free like Soundflower is, and they don't always work very well. So, oh, that was a reference. I see. Oh, later in the drinking. Have a good one. Thanks for modding. Next up, we got Giles, GGA, his track Curtis. This is almost like a sample from that new Max song. Brand name? Something like that. Slow. The sample's nice, I think. I did like how it started.
Now we can't hardly stand for that.
You killed the high note of the horns. Cut it off like that. The sample's loud as hell right there. You should compress it a little bit. The kick is harsh. It really is. I was listening to the sample mostly. It definitely is. Good for pointing that out. Yeah, the kick's a bit much. The hat's okay. The snare could be a little better. Definitely, Black Thor says sample carries the beat. I agree in this moment. The crash is bad, yeah. Although it's like a roll cymbal. It's goofy.
Now we can't hardly stand for that.
Yeah, you gotta do some compression. interesting choice to use like a rolled cymbal into a crash. The horns are nice. Yeah, I agree, Brian. That said, but you could use a little compression, a little filtering to sort of make it less harsh and have it come in a little bit better. Be a little bit more manageable, rather. The kick, everyone's hating on. It definitely does sound like some EDM Vengeance Pack kick for sure. The hat was okay. The rolled cymbal, not great. The snare could work. It maybe just need to be a little louder. I'm not totally sure. But maybe the mix just needs a little bit of work. Okay, Danny Provolone. Not the same beat, you change things. I'll be the judge of that. Shout out to Danny Provolone. Art games always on point. Like this one. Let's see what you changed. Is this the one I liked last week? Or is this from a week or two ago? I told you, Mr. Big. Soundflower, if you're on Mac, I think it's called like Audio Jack on Windows or something. I don't know how to feel about that little vocal echo thing. That may be a little too loud. It's a little too clean. A little too clean. Older beat. Yeah, the drums are a little too like lo-fi. A little bit. And I think there's a few too many open hi-hat hits. Just maybe one too many. Because it does, one, with having the swing where it is, and two, having all those hi-hat hits, like it's a little it gets a little into that territory where it sounds too, like you just had to swing too high and it's just a little goofy sort of. So you can make it work. All right, that's Danny Provolone. Sounds cheesy overall. You whisper on Twitch. All right, next up we got Lopez Desperat. I can never say this. Desperat. Desesperados. I don't know. THX Vaporwave. This is weird as hell. Oh, everything's coming in now. I'm more into it. Like why? I don't understand. I bet this guy has Japanese characters in his YouTube.
His SoundCloud profile. Not Japanese, but he does have some non-standard. He's got the backwards S-E. That's what I'm wondering, Captain. Like, who's got the time? All right, these cents are too much. Did you submit this before? I feel like I've heard this before. Maybe it's just because it sounds like a lot of shit. The pitch bends on the synths were just, I don't know, too much. It seemed like it was sort of coming in a little bit more when you had the sort of melodic cowbell type stuff. But it took forever to get there, and then it also sounds just like a bunch of like a million things you've heard on SoundCloud before, and it just wasn't very unique or anything as far as I'm concerned. With my decades of vaporwave knowledge and SoundCloud listening. Oh, next up we got Night Park. He's good. Night Park's always good at like low-key shit. Joel, I empower you. I'll see what it does. But Joel, I gave you the power. You can handle it. Night Park, you always have dope shit. Where you are? Where you at? Kevin, I'm handing this shit out like candy. Y'all got it covered. Who's... Oh, Blue Falcon. Damn, that's a long ass... Okay. Sorry, my bad. Catching up on the chat. Am I only listening to rap because of the beats? No. With a name like Beat Breakdown, I would guess that you only care for the beat more than lyric. No, that's not true. Kingdom, you are. That was Night Park. I think his SoundCloud is just Night Park. Let me put it up on the screen. That was Night Park. He always has dope shit. You should definitely give him a follow. That was a direct upload. Next up, we got Genius Sounds. Wow. Y'all don't go crazy. We had a functional chaos before. Just get it back to there. Alright, we got just drums, the beat. JP. I'm going to. I swear, I always say that. I will. I should have never done this to Kevin, but Neptune's type drums says KB240, yeah. Got some Birdmans in the chat. This is actually kind of nice. Kind of. This does remind me a lot of some Tyler shit, but honestly, no, with just better sound selection of like Tyler the Creator shit. The intro was way too long. You should have brought everything in a lot sooner. Andrew Holder says the bass stereo spread is wild. I'm gonna listen for that. I'm just gonna go through. This some Mila Kunis ass shit. I like this. I didn't like it starting with just drums, but I like it. I'm into it. All right, next up we got C'est la Guerre. The track's Oh Jesus. Let's hear it. Oh Jesus. You got like a tempo. Tempo misalignment. Oh no. Someone else with a rolled cymbal. What's the deal? That you gotta get that drum loop looping right. Sloppy as hell. Black Lord, I don't know how. I don't know what they did. I'm gonna figure it out real quick. So I needed a bit more going on. The loop was very messy. Clean that up. It might be a little better. There was some. I mean, there's some nice going on. But it says gorillas. It sort of sounded gorilla-esque for sure. But there could have been a little bit more going on, and dropping it back all the way down to the drums, you know, I don't know about that. There's DJ Schizo with the next episode sample, version 2. Let's hear it. Kevin, don't block everybody. Jesus Christ. Kevin, I'm about to have to undo it because y'all are too much. Sample's real nice, the drums are not. What'd you do to the drums? What's that filter going on? I think you just blocked for this. I don't know how to undo it. I don't know about the 808 like cymbal and the 808 claps and shit. Kevin, no. Not irrelevant. No one's irrelevant. Well, there are people. But your definition is a lot easier to fall under than mine. How about don't? Morris said he was on his phone. That's why. Yeah, why'd you block Elliot Burt? He didn't do nothing wrong. Sorry, dog. I don't know how to unblock people. And YouTube does not say how. So, I'm trying, but I don't know how. That was pretty nice. Some of the drum sounds, I think I was mostly being carried by the sample. Some of the drum sounds were nice. Some of them were a little misplaced for the sample and for the vibe of the shit, so. Yeah, I know, Elliot. I know. It was a moment of all right. Shit's taken care of. Y'all can go back among the commoners for now. I will call upon you when needed again. Thanks for cleaning up the city, Giuliani. All right, next up we got Sherwin Davis. When am I going to finish White Dress? I straight up forget about it. I need to do it. Hopefully soon. I appreciate the reminder. Next, Sherwin Davis. supposed to sound like some Gucci Mane shit, apparently. Let's see. He would have if he could have, I'm sure. This isn't like awful or anything. It's definitely some shit that could be on any number of mixtapes. Yeah, where is the kick? That's a good point. Is that Blazed Up says that? That sounds like someone going. That seriously sounds like someone's lips ruffling. Banders. Oh my god. You gotta be your real self, Black Lord. Yeah, the kick really is buried. That really did sound like some Atlanta shit, some Gucci Mane, some who knows. But it could have been a little bit more. It could have had a lot more punch to it. But I think a lot of people could have like rapped over this. Sherwin Davis, any relation? Your Gucci Mane's like nephew, aren't you? You just make beats for your uncle all day. Sanders the Banders. The kick is really filtered and ugly. Yeah, the kick was definitely missing. Bring back the kick. Bring back the kick. All right, next up we got John Concoctor. It's been a while since you submitted. Let's see what you got. Maybe one day, Static. Maybe one day. I like the sample a lot. The drums are a little buried. Turn them up a little bit. About to break. It's got some J. Cole shit coming out almost. You played yourself. Fucking DJ Khaled. I just need more drums. More drums that are a little crisper, a little cleaner. I'd maybe filter out that for a little bit. Bass is kind of faded out a little bit. Yeah, I agree. We could bring the bit. You could layer in some shit on the bass. You could EQ so it comes up a little bit. This is John Concoctor, who I feel like usually submits real poppy shit. So shout out to submitting this. Wait, Kingdom, you're John Concoctor? I always fucking forget. We gotta switch up. The kick's hitting now. It's a little too tonal. But if you bring the snare up a little bit. Nice samples for sure. Nice samples for sure. Damn. That was nice. I could use a little bit more snare. Just a little bit more texture on the drums. Just a little bit more in general of them. I think they could have added a lot more to the beat, and they didn't really. They were a little buried, so that was nice. Next up, we got Morton Home. Colwes? I don't know. Darkness. Darkness is the name of this track. Let's go. Hey. This is a Halloween song for OJ the Juice Man. Oh, it's your first beat ever. I gotta stand up. Oh! That kick is loud as shit. You just gotta go to the website, OSK. I didn't put a link in the chat, in the description this time, but go to the beatbreakdown.net, beat critique, you'll find it there. On Wednesday. Next Wednesday morning. Or you can put it on a memory card and mail it to me, like Constra says. I changed a lot. That shit was funny as hell. The kick is like crazy loud, but it almost is as loud as it should be, and then everything else is a little too quiet. The kick's a nice little sample. You can turn it down some. Because you had this kick that really cuts through, and the snare is like paper being hit with a pencil. And so like the lead stuff's a little goofy. It's got that sort of spooky feel. Darkness seems appropriate, I guess. Drum pattern felt a bit stiff. Yeah. Just bring up the drums so they match to the kick a little bit, and then maybe turn it down a little bit. And then if you like really had the drums going, it wouldn't matter what else was going on, even though the rest was a little bit hip hop and Hogwarts, says E Diggy. Not bad for a first beat, honestly. Not bad at all. How many more do we got? That was 25. All right, we got 5 more. So we're stopping at Bookworm. All right. So this is 860 Odyssey. Let's see what you got. If I shave my head, yeah, I'll be Rosenberg for Halloween. I like the hi-hats in the beginning. What happened? It's like we just lost half the volume of shit. Why is it so quiet? What happened? What did I minor in? In collage? I didn't have minor. Uh-oh. We got that. Here it comes. Oh, no. Maybe the next 4. Oh, there it was. That vocal, the girl, the female vocal sample. See, I like those hats in the background. Get rid of that. Farty ass bass. It really is a little. There's a wrong note in there on the bass too. Some of those notes are just straight up wrong. That bass was way too much. It didn't even have a tail. It was just sustaining the whole time. That was, get rid of the vocal sample. The 808 is just too much for sure. Joel, are you really leaving? Later. The dropouts on the beat were dumb. Yeah. I didn't like those. I wasn't big on those. It wasn't awful. Lose the female, hey, hi, whatever she says. That's always say. I never know what she says. So yeah. Some of the drums weren't really cutting through, so see what you can do in the mix to get those slapping a little bit more. All right, this is Dion's. Shit like on a mixtape on Dat Piff. It's like in the middle of it. It's in the middle of the tape. And it's where a rapper turns on the delay on their shit and then starts shouting people out. What up? And they're just like, what up? What up? What up? Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for listening. You've been hearing the realness. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. And then you hear like the lighter and the bong and shit. Smooth little outro. What it was called. Yeah, I mean, it was nice enough. It was a little slow. But I mean, yeah, it would fit as like an outro. Oh shit, it's like an outro. It was nice. I was bullshitting on top of it. The kick was a little loud compared to the snare. The horn thing was nice. The drums are really sluggish and don't go with the bells. Yeah. With someone on top of that, it might work. But yeah, I mean it was I'm talking shit on it, but it was nice. So it wasn't bad. I'm not gonna bomb it. Like, if I heard it on an album, I wouldn't hate it. On its own, it's a little too slow, but if it was serving a purpose, like an album, or if it had someone on top of it, it'd be nice, so. Alright, that was Dion. That was nice. Another one. Next up, we got Six Pot, aka Starfur. Let's hear this. Less soundtracky. I'll be the judge of that. Because right now you got Tech TV commercial going on. Tech TV trap remix. These chords. Oh, we got guitar. Jeez. What comment, Kevin? I haven't seen it yet. The tags on this are, why is trap so hard to make? Someone asked me to make a trap beat. I tried. Not sure you quite succeeded. These chords are the goofiest shit in the world. Oh no, we got some offbeat 808s. Hold on, let's see what happens out here. This is a joke, right? You sampled the MIDI version of whatever song that is, and then put fucking TIE Fighters on it. Okay, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Oh, the first part, those chords are just goofy as hell. 1. And 2, the guitar really didn't help. It's funny you titled it less soundtracky, because if I said your shit was like a movie before, now it's like a commercial. Still like a soundtrack. You just change mediums. Alright. Wow. I don't know what happened there with the lasers and shit at the end. Alright, that was Starfur. 6 spot. Next up we got K-Go. Snare's pitched down 2 semitones too much. That snare sounds awful naked right now. That's right. Why do birds suddenly appear? Drums aren't really sitting with the sample right now. They're really separated at the moment. And it's one because they're a little too clean. And it's also sort of in the mix. I'm not sure what your mastering setup is like either. What'd you write, Kevin? I'm not gonna read that shit. That's long as hell. The snares, like the snare cuts through, so we hear it, but it's not really a part of the beat as it is. I might let the loop play unchopped a little bit more, because it was nice how it was, and we didn't get that second half of the chords, which is nice. And not having that kept it sort of one note, which really diminished its effectiveness. Oyster Cat says the snare needs like isotope vinyl or something. Yeah, dirty it up a little bit. That's one way. Yeah. Pretty dope though. If you could just get the mix to be a little bit more cohesive, get the drums to sit a little bit more. So, all right, next up we got Bookworm, finishing it up, and we'll finish everything else up on Sunday. Or maybe Monday, because I'm doing Beat Fighter, but finish it up for the next stream. a little too loud. I don't remember. Accurate. I don't even accurate. I don't remember how he said accurate. Now this snare's a bit too much. I would turn it down a little bit. How could I tell it was pitched down too much? That was just an opinion thing. I think it sounded a little too down, but it might have just been a snare in the sample, so I might have been speaking too soon. The drums are nice, but they're a little too much at the same time. What vocals are those? I know those vocals. Accurate, that's right. Has anyone used the track booths? Yeah. There's a while where there was a few every week, but people have sort of laid off them. It's nice. The drums are a little too loud. They're just either it's the EQ thing or a volume thing directly, but. Anniversary of what? But I like the sample though. I like the chords. I like what you did with them. Alright, Kevin, I'll read your fucking... Alright. Yeah, pretty solid. The drums were just a little too much. Little too much overall. But pretty solid. Pretty solid. Let's see. Are there any I want to run back? Yeah. Let's see. What was the beat of the night? It was close. There were a couple that were real nice. I got one though. I'm thinking it's Night Park, just by a hair. Although I really like that bookworm a lot. Alright, where did it go? Should I close it? Okay. Kevin, I'll read your thing. Kevin always writes shit and wants me to read it. I got it. Won't shut up about it. This one looked like it might have been funny. I don't know. Oh God. I'll turn on the delay. Dear counselor, I feel like I'm losing Sanders. What can I do to spice up our relationship? And more importantly, our sex life. It's as if I'm a canvas that is running out of blank space to color on. To him. Oh. I feel as if I'm the last ice cube left in his Diet Pepsi cup from McDonald's. They don't sell Pepsi at McDonald's. Bitch. Desperately trying to keep below room temperature. Feels like he doesn't love me like he used to. Just like when 90s kids bought their first Game Boy Color. They loved it like Joel loves Suicide Colors. But then 14 months advance, pun intended, they turned their romantic attention to new, curvier, and sexier Game Boy. What can I do to get my Sanders demanders back? Oh my God! Oh my God! And I think the delay is like long as fuck. I have no idea what it sounded like. That's only going out to y'all. I'll have to listen to it. Who was asking about Fall in Love, actually? I think I started on it. Let me see if I had. get something wrong with it. Like I couldn't get a clean enough version. I might have to order a record. But yeah, I'll finish up the stream. I think Sunday, probably maybe Monday though, because I'm doing Beat Fighter. It might be at the same time. I might be a little early. I don't know. I'm gonna say Monday, and then maybe you'll get surprised and it's on Sunday. So, yeah. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to the temp mod squad who manhandled. Like, how do people have so many Google accounts? Is it not a pain in the ass to have Google accounts, or do they make it easy? I don't remember. This is all I have on Fall in Love so far. It was from like months ago. I need to get back on it. Untouched, you would say I'm beautiful. Yeah, but I'll probably stream on, like I said, probably Monday, but maybe Sunday. 1, 2, 1, 2. Fall in love. Don't sell yourself. Things you do. Yeah, I'll do this one at some point. How many beats can be sent in one day, even though one makes a stream? There's a cap of 60 at any given time. So technically, if it hits 60 before the stream and I do some, you can add some more in before the end of the stream. I need to change that because really I don't ever want to do more than 30. Yeah, usually it's about 60. Do Exhibit C. That might work. Don't ever play yourself. The Khaled remix. All right. Shout out. I hope I got a shout out. It ain't about the jewelry. Accurate. I already forgot how to say it. Accurate. Shout out Captain. Shout out Matt. Shout out Dirk. Shout out Chris. Shout out Book. Shout out Blaze. Shout out Big. Shout out Anonymous. Shout out Elliot. Shout out Board Today. Shout out Kevin. Shout out Large McChicken Meal. No, I really should play the fucking piano music they play at the end of this. No. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm out. Where's the button at? I'm done. It's over. Another one.